Tom, I just wanted to tell you that the gust of air that you felt a little bit ago wasn't the air conditioner being turned on. It was the simultaneous sigh of relief that all of the politicians at the head table breathed when you announced that you wouldn't run for politics. I think they're not unmindful of the fact that other astronauts in other states did not share your view, and that if one particular astronaut had been as steady in the bathtub as he was in a spacecraft, he'd have given some politician a whole bunch of trouble. As we drove down the parade, and I sat there in the convertible and watched the young boys and girls of Oklahoma yelling our honored guests' names and straining to touch their hands, I thought how wonderful it was that in this day and time when our young people are so badly in need of someone that they can look up to and respect and admire and emulate, that we have these two honored guests in our state today. And I'm especially happy that these two men have achieved their fame and their reputation by hard work and clean living and perseverance and stick-to-itiveness, rather than by on the fact that they could smoke a lot of marijuana cigarettes or go a long time without a haircut. In appreciation for your being here, I'm happy to advise you that on behalf of the people of the state of Oklahoma, we have declared this day as Stafford and Cernan Day throughout the length and breadth of our state. We have a special little honor for Gene. As many of you know, he's worked under a terrible handicap these many years that we're planning to remove today for the rest of his normal life. And that is through no choice of his own. He couldn't be born and raised in Oklahoma like Tom Stafford and Gordon Cooper. And therefore he couldn't eat the food as a child that was grown on this super soil or breathe this fresh air. Now, we're fairly sure that he had nothing to do with selecting the site of his birth, and we're also fairly sure that if he had been consulted, he too would have chosen Oklahoma. So in recognition of what he's done to help our Oklahoma pride and joy, it's my privilege to advise him that today he's being commissioned an honorary citizen of the state of Oklahoma for the rest of his normal life. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Governor Winters. You know, Tom Stafford was telling you about how scared he was. I heard a definition of courage. It said, courage is fear that has said its prayers. I think that applies to Tom. On behalf of the Frontiers of Science Foundation and the Oklahoma City Chamber of Commerce, our thanks are to Dr. Bika, Tom Stafford, and Eugene Cernan for being with us. Now, 2 more ceremonies will take place this afternoon, and you are all invited to participate. At 3 p.m., we will have a ceremony at Wiley Post Memorial and Civic Center in the area in front of Municipal Auditorium that will bring old and new pioneers of space together. On display in this area was Gemini 7, which orbited the Earth last December. Then at 3:45 p.m., we will have a big program at the National Cowboy Hall of Fame and Western Heritage Center. We hope all of you can come to both of these events. Now, for the folks of the Frontiers of Science, the meeting starts immediately right across the lobby. So don't forget that, the folks of the Science. We are adjourned. Congratulations. You did a wonderful job. Everybody's proud.